very happy to be here today with Catherine Valentine, one of the stars of Totem Chaser. Please, Catherine, tell us what your role is in Totem Chaser.
So I was Lauren in this movie, the film Totem Chaser, and I was one of the main characters. I was a journalist. She's a very determined woman, very passionate about her career, and she's very inquisitive. She looks into the depths of just the simplest questions. She keeps going and going, trying to find the answer, like the end of a swimming pool. And she's very mysterious. And you see her grow throughout this entire movie. Her character arc can go in many different directions, but yeah, follow her journey and you'll see.
What was your acting process like to become Lauren for Totem Chaser?
Well, at first, I always do justice to the character. I look at her and what does she really want out of life? Is it empowerment? Is it power? Is it love? And that overall where everyone needs the most in their life. And then I looked at her path, like what obstacles she's facing internally, physically, emotionally, how she deals with life from the moment she steps in a door and the moment she sees something spooky or scary, and how she operates within life. And what are her relationships like? How does she treat them? How do they treat her? What's the emotional investment involved? And that's how you relate on a human level. All of us can. Like love, power, all of those needs and wants we want in life. And then by scene, she's going after what she wants overall. And I follow that journey. And that's how I build her. And then I start relating myself with her.
How do you feel like Totem Chaser deals with that supernatural aspect?
Oh, definitely. Oh, I was about to get to that. What I love about like Totem Chaser and like True Detective, there's that supernatural essence to it, but it's real. It's like, what if this could maybe happen? And it just, you keep asking questions. You're following along that journey with these people. Like when I was playing Lauren, I felt like asking these questions along the way, like, oh my gosh, there's a mystery here. There's a mystery. I have to get to the bottom of this answer. And what's so great about Totem Chaser and the supernatural element is it is believable to an extent in your mind. Like you start imagining the impossible becoming a possibility.
How did you get to be in Totem Chaser?
Well, George, this great creator, director, person, writer, everything. I worked on a short film with him a few years ago. Oh, more than a few years ago. And he reached out to me and I jumped on board because I love working with him. And I think his thought process is provoking. So I was interested in, especially the material he writes. Very interesting. Different from a lot of people out there.
But what was the production like, for example? What was that process like?
Oh, it was great. I mean, I was thinking about this. Like, I think about it all the time. Anytime I go on set for film, this project, we overcame so many hurdles and unbelievable. Like how we did it, how everyone stuck together and committed to it. And we all worked together to help each other out. But hurdle after hurdle created this creativity within our group and the relationships that evolved. And I mean, we're still great friends. So I got to say, there was nothing so inspiring as this, that anything can happen. No matter what happens in life, anything can happen.
What was the blood and the makeup like? What was your experience with the blood and the makeup?
Oh, it was great. That was my favorite scene. I have people like tell me today, I have one of those pictures up on Instagram. every single person who sees it is like, oh my God, what is this from? That I love getting that type of makeup done. SFX makeup. I love it. I love it. And the blood, that was fun. That was messy. That was cold. I just remember it coming down my face while I was laying there. I was like, oh my God, this is creepy. It's like a spider, cold spider coming down my neck. I'm like, that was the only thing. I was like, ah. But that was my favorite scene. I loved it. I actually love it. I remember on that rug that it was also my favorite scene because I got to wear those little tiny biker shorts or sliders in a tank. I was like stripped. I was like, hallelujah, I'm cool. I am cool.
Why should everyone go see Totem Chaser?
Because you should. You should. No, you will see all those obstacles and circumstances I was speaking of before. You will see that in this movie. And there's so much unpredictability within our paths, in our character paths, that you just don't know what's going to happen. And there is humor involved. Then there is that true detective supernatural stuff, which is on that fence of what's real and what's not. And then you can just have fun. You follow like the character's journey and you're with them and you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? There were so many scenarios which the outcome wasn't what people expected, that's how stories are supposed to be. But really, it was like, whoa, that outcome, even I wasn't expecting that. I was thinking maybe this, or it could have been that. But it was like, whoa, hold up. Press pause. Let's replay. I just think how it came together, there's just so many different parts, especially each character. They bring parts of themselves to the characters. And then the relationships and the development of our character arcs throughout the entire film is great. You see love within our family, even though some are evil. They're evil for a reason, but they have love. Come and see Totem Chaser.